At this time, we invite any attending past presidents of the Southern Baptist Convention and their wives to join me here on the platform for a very special recognition that will take place in just a few minutes. All past presidents and their wives, please join me here in the podium, and we will do a recognition in just a few minutes. At this time, the chair recognizes Andy Chambers, chairman of our Committee on Order of Business, for a report.
For the 2014 Convention Sermon and Worship Leader, the Committee on Order of Business nominates John Metter, pastor of the First Baptist Church of Euless, Texas, to bring the convention sermon next year. John Avant, pastor of First Baptist Church, Concord, Tennessee, as the alternate for the convention sermon. And Roger McGee, pastor for worship and music at First Baptist Church of Alexandria, Virginia, to be the worship leader for the 2014 Southern Baptist Convention.
All right, the question is on the election of John Metter as the 2014 Convention Sermon Preacher, John Avant as the alternative preacher, and Roger McGee as the music director. Are you ready for the question? Go ahead. As many are in favor of electing the Convention Sermon Preacher, the alternate, and the music director nominated by the Committee on Order of Business, please raise your ballots at this time. Okay, you may lower them. Those opposed, please raise your ballots. All right, the affirmative has it, and the motion is adopted.
I have two recognitions I'd like to make at this time. The first is I'd like to recognize the Committee on Order of Business. I'm rotating off this year after 3 years of service, and it is such a privilege to get to work with men who love the Lord and love the work of Southern Baptist as much as these men do. Behind me and to my left, I want to recognize John Hoychick from the First Baptist Church of Rayville, Louisiana. He and I rotate off this year. To his right is Marvin Parker, pastor of the Broadview Missionary Baptist Church in Broadview, Illinois. Les Hoffman, who is a member of the Trinity Baptist Church in Cambridge, Ohio. Steve Horn, to his right, who is the pastor of the First Baptist Church of Lafayette, Louisiana, and he will be the vice chairman for the coming year. And to his right, David Smith, who is the executive director for missions for the Austin Baptist Association in Austin, Texas. And David will be serving as our chairman in the coming year. And I'd like to give thanks and recognition to these men. I have one more recognition I would like to make at this time. And I might get in big trouble for doing this because getting her on the platform was a miracle in itself. But her name is June Turner. June has served Southern Baptist for nearly 30 years, 17 years at Lifeway, 2 years at the Ethics and Religious Liberty Commission, and the past 11 years working for Augie Boto in the Executive Committee office. June will be retiring soon after this convention meeting. And I want you to know that she has been absolutely critical to the effective work of the Order of Business Committee and the Executive Committee for many years. There are literally thousands of details that have to be attended to during the year to make this convention happen. And June has been one of those faithful servants who has blessed all of us in so many ways that we are not even aware of. And Southern Baptists are grateful for your faithful service, June. And I'd like to ask if you would stand. Oh, you're right here. So we got her up here. I will probably be taken out right after this. But could we just show our appreciation for June Turner?
Yes. Thank you so very much, June. And as the first-time president, June has helped me and my staff out tremendously, particularly when they're coming out to nominating and contacting all the people serving on the various committees. Thank you, June, for your hard work and dedication. Thank you for keeping August straight for all of us. Amen. And we appreciate you so very much. Let's give her another hand. Well done, Andy. At this time, we'd like to make a presentation to our outgoing officers. We're going to ask that our first Vice President, Nathan Leno, and our second Vice President, Dave Miller, will come to the podium at this time.